NASDAQ price update. You can see here on the weekly and a daily charts, we've got a bullish signal, but again, similar to the S&P 500, it's broken up through its respective resistance area and making further highs. Let's look at it firstly on the weekly, again showing a bullish signal. That's where the triple moving average of the price chart, moving average 3, 5 and 60, is in an upswing, and so is the CCI 150 moving average 5 and 50, also an upswing. It gives us a bullish signal on the weekly, and I prefer to trade when the weekly and the daily are aligned, and same as the daily now, it's also showing a bullish signal. Now we did have, let's first of all talk about these support at 10,432 and a resistance at 13,722, and it did break through that resistance, so it's a good positive bullish signal. We did also have these other diagonals here, and I'm going to leave those in there because it may actually, if it comes back down, it may actually gravitate back towards those diagonals. But we also had this bearish divergence on the CCI and a bullish divergence on the price chart. And as I always say, these don't always work out. And in this case, it failed. The CCI broke to the upside, and so did the price chart. So that's a failure of the divergence. Normally when they work, if you're familiar with my videos, this would typically break to the downside, and likewise the price chart would likewise break to the downside if it was to work out. But in this case it failed, so we're going to disregard that divergence in this case. So it's one of the failures. So again, looking at the weekly and daily, predominantly long positions only. So looking at the hourly chart, if I zoom in, using the same methodology for the CCI moving averages and the price chart moving averages, we take long trades predominantly only. So you would trade it when the candle breaks above the fractal and trade it in the direction of the weekly daily trend. I've also got up here the back test. Sorry, let's go back to this one. If I zoom out, you can see there it had a bit of a hit to its drawdown. Now that's very similar to what happened to the S&P 500 during those 3 periods when the price declined. And you would avoid that drawdown if you followed my rules. And one of those rules is making sure the weekly and the daily are aligned. So during those periods, and again back to early 22, if I zoom into 22 there, you can see there are no bullish signals on our indicator. And likewise on the daily, there are a couple of bullish signals, but again, I prefer to take predominantly long trades when both the weekly and the daily are aligned, like they are at the moment. So you can safely, well not 100% guaranteed, but more confidently take long trades when during the periods when the daily and the weekly are aligned in this period. So to understand how to trade properly using this average down approach, reference the links in the description below to access my Patreon page. We also include weekly scans of stocks, currencies and commodities. Subscribe, like and share the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in a future video.